Hello and welcome back once again to the Wrestling Rant. It's time now for the go home episode of SmackDown before the Battleground pay-per-view. This is SmackDown that will be on Friday, July 18th, 2014. And the show was taped, I believe, in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Show starts with Dean Ambrose in the ring, and he's pissed off, obviously, after the beating he took on Raw, which he talks about. Yes, Orton, Kane, and Rollins beating him down on Raw, and he wants revenge tonight. That's pretty much it for that segment. Next up, Alberto Del Rio defeats Kofi Kingston. That was all that was said about that segment. Seems strange because I thought Kofi and Big E were now friends, so wouldn't Big E be there? I don't know, I guess Del Rio beat him straight up and didn't cheat or anything. Either way, that's the end of that segment, whatever. Next up, we were supposed to get Alicia Fox versus Eva Marie with Nikki Bella as the referee. Why, I don't know. But the match ends in a no contest when Fox and Eva both attack Nikki. Duh. You put two heels against each other in a match with a face as the referee. Yeah, of course the face got her ass kicked. Moving on. Up next, Chris Jericho comes out and he cuts a promo on the Wyatt family. And his match that they announced on Raw, I think it was on Raw, yeah. His match that they announced on Raw versus Luke Harper, that's up next. I'm gonna guess there was a commercial break in between. Afterwards, we get the match, and I can only assume that Jericho wins by disqualification, because what the notes said was the match was going... they said it was a fairly decent match. I believe they said that Harper hit a pretty big power bomb, and he got a 2 count off of it, yada yada yada, but then Jericho has the walls of Jericho locked in on Harper, and then Eric Rowan interferes. So I'm going to guess that caused a DQ. So like I say, I'll guess Jericho won by DQ. After Rowan interferes, Bray also interferes as well. And then the Usos ran out for the save. So, yeah, looks like the segment ends with the Usos and Jericho standing there, staring down the Wyatts as they run off with their tail tucked between their legs. Up next, Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter come out to a nice reception for an in-ring segment, but they get interrupted, of course, by Lana and Rusev for another anti-American promo. Moving on. We get a thrown-together tag team match. Dolph Ziggler and Sheamus defeat Fandango and The Miz in what was described as a solid tag team match. So, despite the thrown-together nature of the two teams, it turned out to be a solid match. Well, you've got Ziggler, you've got Fandango, and you've got The Miz in there, so yeah. I don't care much for Sheamus, as I may have already said, I don't know how many times before. Moving on. We get another tag team match, this time Diva style. AJ and Paige defeat Summer Rae and Layla when Summer taps out to AJ's Black Widow. And then in the main event, again, I kind of have to guess on the finish because they didn't exactly specifically say this, but I will guess that Dean Ambrose defeats Kane by disqualification when Seth Rollins comes in and attacks Ambrose. Kane then brings in the steel ring steps, and he chokeslams Ambrose on them. And then Rollins hits the blackout curb stomp on them as well. And it was said that this is apparently where the show actually ends. But Roman Reigns runs out for the save, but they're not really sure if this was part of a dark main event or not. So, still kind of up in the air whether or not that was Reigns coming out was actually part of the actual show that will air on Friday, or if that is just a dark main event. He comes out and then it's like Reigns and Ambrose versus Kane and Rollins for the dark main event. Don't know how that would really work because Ambrose would probably be knocked out after going face first into the steel stairs, you know. But either way, that's the end of the show, and that's the end of the spoilers. And now for a couple of side notes. Little bit of newsy type stuff and things. Yeah, can you tell I watch Philly D? Yeah, anyways. Right. A couple of other news items. I'm not sure if it was earlier today. No, it was probably yesterday, which would have been Tuesday. The same night that the WWE aired for the first time, or the WWE Network aired for the first time, the CM Punk documentary Behind the Ring, or whatever the fuck it was, Best in the World or something. Yeah. The same night that they aired that on the network, they also took Punk off of the roster page of the WWE website, and they put him in the alumni section, I believe. So, yeah, it does look like Punk is officially done with the company, and it doesn't look like he's coming back. Yeah. I hate to see the guy go. He made the show so much better. But you can't really blame the guy for leaving on his own terms. And, you know, he was looking out for himself. He wanted to make sure that he wasn't crippled or whatever by the end of his career. He wanted to, you know, have his health when he went out, you know. And I think there was some things about him having a couple of injuries over the last couple of years. So, not only that, but the people in the company pissed him off by trying to get him to do things that he was not comfortable with. Or at least that's what I heard. So, can't blame the guy for sticking to his morals, you know. But yeah, so they took him off the roster page. The other bit of news, and this is actually, I wouldn't call it old news, but it's a few days old. The WWE had some live shows in Japan. I believe this was last week. But there had been rumors for a while that the WWE was signing Japanese star Kenta. All capital letters, by the way. And this was confirmed when they actually, I don't know if he actually signed the contract live at a show in Japan, But they had a show in Japan where he was there in the ring, Kenta that is, in the ring with Hulk Hogan, and I think he was there with somebody else. I don't remember who, but it was another big name, I believe, in the WWE. So, but yeah, Kenta has signed with the WWE. He's expected to show up in NXT sometime in the next couple of months, and he's going to be a big deal within NXT for a while. And from what I've heard, the reason behind this is NXT and the WWE Network are going to be airing in Japan starting sometime soon. So they wanted a big Japanese star in the company to get viewers and things like that. And so they're not going to treat this guy like crap. He's actually going to be a pretty big deal. So Kenta will probably be with NXT. I don't know if he'll be there for very long, but they probably want the guy to learn the WWE style, which is one of the reasons why Sin Cara failed, and I'm talking the original Sin Cara, is he basically just skipped NXT and went straight to the main roster, and so he wasn't able to adapt to the WWE style. Yeah. But Hunico, who is the new Sin Cara, Hunico was in NXT. He was also in FCW for quite a while. And so he was able to adapt to the style, and I think he's done fairly well. So yeah, but anyways. Kenta has signed with the WWE. He'll be in NXT for a while. Probably not too long. And then they'll probably bring him to the main roster. Don't know what the hell they're going to do with him. I doubt they'll give him the same treatment as Jimmy Yang or any of the other Japanese, like Yoshitatsu, you know. Either way. So there's that. The third and final thing, this is, I believe, just a rumor, but it was said that I believe it was after Raw went off the air on Monday. John Cena was there with Roman Reigns after what happened at the end of the show. And after, like, all the heels cleared out, Cena was leaving the ring, and Ric Flair was waiting for him there on the stage. And so Cena has both of the title belts, you know, the WWE title and the World Heavyweight title belt. And I suppose it was a symbolic gesture. Cena hands Flair the World Heavyweight title, which was, of course, the WCW title. He hands the belt to Flair so Flair can hold it up. And it's said that what happened is Cena basically told Flair to keep the belt. So apparently this is them retiring the World Heavyweight title. Now, again, this is just a rumor, so this may not actually be the case. And Cena may very well show up with both belts at the pay-per-view, and I'm sure probably the next night on Raw, because I really doubt he's going to lose the title. But yeah, this is a rumor, and it's, you know, so, yeah. That's the final little bit of news that I have there for that. And I believe that will do it for this episode of the Wrestling Rant. Again, the SmackDown spoilers for Friday, July 18th, 2014, from Fayetteville, North Carolina, or at least I believe that's where it was. That's where the main event show was taped, and I'm pretty sure its main event and SmackDown are the same place. So, because the way they do it, or at least the way they do it with Raw, is they'll tape Superstars first. They'll have the Superstars matches come first, and then they'll do Raw. So for SmackDown, which would be the next night, they would film main event, and then they'd have SmackDown. So, yeah. I really don't understand why they don't just do SmackDown live. Like, yeah, it probably, like, reduces wear and tear on the people who participate, you know, being that, you know, they do Raw Monday and Superstars, and then Tuesday they do main event and SmackDown, and then they basically have the rest of the week off, unless it's a pay-per-view on Sunday. But still, that's 2 days in a row out of the week that they have to work, and then the rest of the week they're free to, you know, do whatever, train, work out, just relax, that sort of thing. Whatever it is that they do. But yeah, either way, that's the end of the episode, or the show for tonight. I'm not going to be doing my predictions just yet for the pay-per-view this Sunday. I think it was the last pay-per-view. It kind of bit me because I did my predictions early, and then they added a couple of matches to the card. Stuff that apparently was not in the notes for SmackDown. And so what I'm going to do this week, I actually am lucky I'm getting Saturday off from work, so I'll be able to see everything on the website, WWE.com. I'll be able to see the whole card, and hopefully it will be the final card, aside from any last-minute additions they decide to make. I don't understand why they can't just stick with the card that they announced before the show. No, we gotta add a bunch of impromptu shit. The people have to, you know, add shit during the pre-show. But either way, I'm gonna wait until Saturday to do my predictions. That way I hopefully have the full card, at least full before the damn show goes live, the pay-per-view. And so I will do my predictions then. And, so yeah. We will see that then. Please join me on Saturday for that. It could probably be sometime early on Saturday, since I have the whole day off. Although there are other things I'm going to hope to be doing that day. Either way, that's it for the show tonight. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on Saturday for the pay-per-view predictions. Join us for that, please. And, as always, my notes came from NoDQ.com. Really debating whether or not I should keep doing the SmackDown videos, because seriously, you can look on NoDQ and find the same notes. So, either way, thank you for watching. Join us on Saturday for the pay-per-view predictions, and then Sunday for the pay-per-view results. So please stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.